So, it's actually at this juncture, right now, I'm looking at my setup and I'm thinking, Scar, yeah, the Scar L. It's a good gun, it's a good reliable gun, it's not the best, but I like it on Dome. I always remember my first video ever on YouTube was a Scar L kill, and that was on Dome, funny enough. Yeah, I might go with that. That might be a bit... Oh, fuck it, I'm going with the ACR. I'm going with the ACR. No, I'm not putting myself through this anymore. The games before this, I was using the Model 1887 shotgun, and I was being taught a very valuable lesson, and that lesson is don't put the Model 1887 shotgun on ever in Modern Warfare 3. Never ever. I always remember playing Modern Warfare 3 such a long time ago, and there was a guy I used to know on Xbox Live. This was way before YouTube or anything, and this guy said, "Oh, come and play some hardcore." Now, I'd never actually heard of hardcore before, and I said, "What is this hardcore? What does it do?" And he said basically what it is that everybody ends up with lower health. He said, so your bullets tend to kill very quickly, but on the flip side of that, you die very quickly as well. So it's a case of kill or be killed, hunt or be the hunted. And I said, oh, I like the sound of this. First thing I thought, the first thing that come into my head was Model 1887 with damage. I was running around and the first guy that I come face to face with had his back to me, and I was running close to him, and I must have been, if you imagine in character terms, I think I must have been about 4 foot away from him, and I had steady aim on and I hip fired him, which is what you have to do. I've been criticised about this when people have watched my videos and said, I notice you hip fire the Model 1887 a lot. The Model 1887 is not like the Spaz 12 or the KSG or any other shotgun like that. You don't aim down sight, you hip fire it. Yeah, I hip fired this guy, I had steady aim, and I got him perfectly in the back, maybe a little bit in the arse as well. Probably 1 or 2 bullets entered his anus, I don't know, but every shot entered him and it was perfect damage, every pellet right on there. And I got a fucking hit marker, and he turned around and sprayed his bullets. He had a big jelly jam screen, and he sprayed wherever he could, and I think one of his stray bullets poked my thumb, and that was the end of me. So yeah, not good. But what I actually wanted to... Oh my god, I'm getting worse with my rambles. What I actually wanted to talk about, talking about this map, is I've always said that I've never been a fan of Dome, which stands true. I've never really have been a fan of Dome. And I kind of stand back and I think, what is it about these smaller maps that I don't really like? Is it the map itself? Is it the people that play? Is it the way it's played? Well, no, it shouldn't be. This map does everything I would expect out of a small map. It's fast-paced. It keeps going. It keeps moving all the time. There's not many people camping. You get the odd guys who, you know, poke their head out of the underground bunker and stand there shooting. That's fine. There's accessible ways of getting into that place left, right and centre. Even if you go down the sneaky side of it and throw a C4 in there, you might get something tasty out of it. So no, it's not really camping. Is the quickscoping such a problem? Not really. There are snipers, but they can be easily dealt with. The ACR, is that much of a problem? Well, not really, because you can run the UMP45, the MP7 and counter all these different guns. Just don't use the Model 1887. And I decided what exactly is the problem with these smaller maps. The reason I don't like Dome is because of the flashbangs and the concussion and the EMP. That is the reason I don't like these maps. When this game starts, the first thing that always happens is everybody spams all of their equipment and all of their explosives, even though the explosives do absolutely nothing. Throwing knives do though. I've got a nice couple of first blood throwing knife kills on Dome. They throw all of their equipment on the other side of the map, and there is nothing more frustrating than being continuously flashbanged or stunned on Dome. That is where my issue is. That is why I don't like these smaller maps. That is why I've never been a fan of Dome. Essentially, it ticks every single box that I would expect out of a game, but I'm sorry, I just don't like being blinded. I don't like having... I don't know, I would like to probably see in the next Call of Duty, maybe this is where this commentary is leading. In the next Call of Duty, essentially, I would like to see it so that the concussion grenades maybe don't last as long. There's nothing worse than being concussed and having 3/4 of an hour of my gaming time being spent trying to turn around to find the person who did it. It's horrible. I find it frustrating. Flashbangs. Why are they so bright? You know, I'm surprised there hasn't been more reports of epileptic fits. I don't even suffer from epilepsy, and sometimes I feel like I'm going to have a fucking fit when I get flashbanged continuously. It's horrible. It's like being in a rave in the 1990s. So yeah, I think that's it. I've concluded my problem with Dome in one strange blabbering commentary. The problem isn't the map, the problem isn't the people, the problem is the equipment. Maybe that's what they can do in the future. If they're going to put these smaller rush maps in, take away some of the equipment, take away the flashbangs, take away the concussion grenades, take away the EMPs. Then you might counter that and say, well, what about the equipment? People will just throw claymores and bouncing betties everywhere, because there'll be no way of destroying them or getting rid of them. Take away the bouncing betties, take away the claymores, all the trip activated equipment. There we go, we've fixed the problem. We can all enjoy the smaller maps and get raped over and over again. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.